In 2023, you said that you were going to change. In 2024, you said that this was going to be your year. This was going to be the year that you make money. And this was going to be the year that you change your life. This was going to be the fucking year. Now that we're moving on to the end of 2024, going into 2025, what have you accomplished? What have you done? How much money is in your account? What experiences have you been able to do? How stressed are you going into next year? Are you still working your job? Are you still unhappy and unmotivated because you know that you've got so much potential, but you're constantly seeing people online, maybe even people like me with cool backgrounds and, you know, flexing all those types of money or whatever, and you're sitting there in your room thinking, fuck, I envy that. Wow, I wish I could make that money. How different my life would be. Well, my friend, on this video, I'm going to be explaining to you exactly how you're actually going to hit that 10K, 20, 30, 40, 50K month going into 2025. Now, if you start today, if you watch this video and start right after this video, you might even start hitting 10K before next year. It's happened. I've seen it happen countless times. But that isn't going to happen if you do not watch the full length of this video. I'm going to be sharing with you how I was able to hit my first $10,000 and how I've consistently made a significant amount of money every single month. How I've been able to train and work with over 4,000 people and again teach them how to make more than $10,000 a month. I'll pop a screenshot here of all people quitting their jobs this year. Again, your year. They're doing that on your year, not their year, your year. But yet they're the ones quitting their jobs and you're the one not knowing what to do or stuck or depressed or lazy or whatever. I don't know about you, but I'm not fucking happy with that. This video is the what to do, what not to do, blah, blah, blah. But the how, I've got countless videos on my YouTube channel actually going in depth on what I'm going to be explaining to you on this video. So if you click the link in the description after this video, after you know the what, it'll show you the how, the when, the why, etc. Now you're going to be starting a drop shipping business. I'm just fucking with you, right? First thing that you need to know, the first lesson of the day is that 65% of businesses in Australia fail because the people that are building them don't want to be building them. And that number is even higher in places like the US and the UK and the Europe, right? Because people that do drop shipping, e-commerce, Etsy, all these different business models, building businesses, right, running ads, clients, fulfillment, etc. They're running a full-blown business when they don't want to be running them. That's why chances are before watching this video, you tried to do some sort of hustle, which was building something, and then you lost motivation, you quit, you stopped, and now you're looking for something else. So I'm not going to be sharing with you how to build a business because that's a lot of work. It'll take you a lot of years. We want to be making 10 grand by the end of the year. You do it through sales, woo! And you're gonna do that through sales, specifically remote high ticket sales. You might have heard of it, you might not have, and you might be thinking if you have heard of it, but Nathaniel, is it saturated, blah, blah, blah. First thing, nothing is saturated, right? The only people that will say that a business or a model or a niche or an industry is saturated is if they tried to do it and they failed. Just because you failed, buddy, it doesn't mean Jeffrey over here is gonna fail. Right? If there are millionaires or people making a lot of money in a specific business model, niche, industry, whatever, then it is not saturated, right? And then the second thing, as long as there is a business and a company, there is always going to be a need for salespeople, which we're going to be talking about in a second. Now, this isn't your typical corporate sales, door-to-door, you know, in-person sort of sales, sleazy sales, you know, the bad rep sales. This is you work online, you work with people like Iman Ghazi, Grant Cardone, Alex Hormozi, Alex Eubank, fucking Sam Sulek, all of these guys, you work with them as their salespeople. I'll go a lot more in detail, but for example purposes, I'm going to show you a job that literally got posted last night by Grant Cardone right here, where you have the potential to make over $250,000 for the year, more than that, if not, right, working remote from anywhere around the world. Now that is what you call remote high ticket sales. Here's another job, and here is another job, right? Just so you listen to me. Now I wanna set the scene for you quickly, all right? Someone like Iman Ghazi, you know him, right? There's one of him, but hundreds of thousands of people that wanna buy his stuff. But then you go onto his Instagram and he's in Dubai, he's in Europe, he's in Australia, he's traveling around the world, but yet he's still enrolling people into his program. That's because of the salespeople. Now these salespeople, these remote salespeople get split up into two different categories. One, which is appointment setting. Two, which is closing, right? Appointment setters are gonna make anywhere from 5 to 10% of the sale, right? The actual closers are gonna make 10 to 25% of the sale, right? So what is an appointment setter? An appointment setter is basically, let's say you message me on Instagram. Okay, this is just an example. Let's say you message me on Instagram and I'm talking to you. Hey, how are you? Blah, 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 right? We have a conversation. And then once we've had that conversation, I will say, hey, I would love to talk more on the phone, right? Are you down? You're gonna say, yes, I'm going to send you a calendar link. You're then going to get booked in for a call, but guess what? That's not me on my account. Again, this is hypothetical, right? That's an appointment setter. I'm over a fucking sipping pina coladas in fucking Dubai, right? While I've got an appointment setter sending my messages and booking people like you onto the phone. Again, this is just an example, right? Or even Iman Ghazi, right? If you message him on Instagram, he will message you, his account will message you, but he will not be the one messaging you. That's what appointment setting is, right? Every single influencer and guru and every single person with a following has one. Every single one. Every single person you watch on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok has an appointment setter. You're not talking to them, you're talking to an appointment setter. So that's what the appointment setter's job to do. As for the closer, right? So the appointment setter books the meeting. The closer will take that meeting, right? So I'm an appointment setter, booking a DM, right? I just booked in Jeffrey. Jeffrey has a call tomorrow, right? Now Daniel, right, the closer is going to get onto the phone call with this guy. They're gonna have a face-to-face call and they're basically just gonna talk, right? They're gonna talk, closer's going to sell them, right? And then at the end of the half an hour conversation, the person that's on the other end of the phone, they're going to buy Iman Ghazi's program because again, the closer is just selling Iman Ghazi's program on his behalf. So the closer gets them into Iman Ghazi's program, gets them into the course, the coaching, the community, right? And there is a payment transaction on the call, right? Now that money goes straight to Iman Ghazi. But because the salespeople, the appointment setter and the closer made the sale, Iman Ghazi is going to pay the appointment setter 5 to 10% of that sale, and then the closer 10 to 25%, right? So let's use an example, right? Let's say Iman Ghazi is selling a program for $5,000, right? The appointment setter is going to book that call. If that call gets closed and the person that they booked in buys the program and they're getting 10% of the sale, they're going to make $500 just for that, just for booking the call, just for sending DMs on the phone, okay? Now the closer, because the closer closed the deal, they're gonna make anywhere from maybe 20%. So 20% of $5,000, you do the math. And I'm telling you to do the math because I don't know off the top of my head, right? But you get the idea. If you just look it up on your fucking calculator, you will be able to see it's a lot more than $500. So that's basically $1,000 for one call. Now these appointment setters are going to be talking to hundreds of people a day and they're going to be booking 10 to 15 people in every single day. That's 10 to 15 chances every single day to make anywhere from $500, right? Every single one. And the closer is taking 10 to 15 calls, which means that they've got 15 chances to close even one deal, right? And a closer will normally take on average about 5 to maybe 8 to 10 calls a day. If they're getting $2,000 a sale, they only need to be closing fucking one a day to be making well over 10 grand. Or if they close multiple in a day, then they've just made multiple thousands in that day. You're doing it all from the comfort of your fucking bedroom. This is exactly what I've done to get this essentially, right? I was in sales corporate. I didn't know what to do. I was making minimum wage. I was making about 48 grand a year, working full-time, 36 hours a week, working for a $14 billion company, right? I was managing salespeople. I was talking to business owners, but yeah, I was getting paid zilch. I then came online. I then found this model, this industry. I got into it balls to the walls. I was struggling at first, but then I hired a mentor at the time. I spent some money to learn, and then I ended up making about $15,000 to $20,000 a month after that, right? And then I did that for a couple months. I got the skill of sales because again, this is just a skill, and because a skill is transactional, it can go from this to this to this. I then built my own businesses. I then built my first 7-figure company, which made me multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars from that one skill. Then I hired my own appointment setters, my own closers. Now I run 3 7-figure companies. I've bought this nice house on the beach, and I've been able to help other businesses make over $100 million, whether that be corporate or online, right? Because of this skill of sales. Right, I truly, truly do believe when you learn a skill like this, you are never ever going to go broke. And again, for, I don't know, fucking testing purposes or trust purposes, what I'll do is I'll show you a screenshot right here, and right here of all people making money within remote sales. This is a $400 day, a $700 day, a $500 day. Here's another $500 day, maybe a $600 day, maybe a multiple $100 day. Right? Here's a $3,000 month. Here's a $3,000 month on his first month. Here's a $8,000 month. Here's a $4,000 month. Right? These are all people that started off with absolutely no experience, no sales experience. So some of them are landscapers. Some of them were electricians. Some of them were in the mines. Right? But yet they were still able to do this. This isn't a model that's brand new. I'm not telling you something that I've just created. This is something that has been around for years and years and years. Right? But I'm just a storyteller. Because I've sold so much and because I'm so good at communicating now, I'm able to make these videos and share these videos with you, so then hopefully you can get into it as well. So I promise you, if you start today, you will be on track to be making over $10,000 by the end of the year. I fucking promise you. Right? So what I want you to do, if you've watched this video, maybe if you know someone else that might be interested, send it to them. Right? Leave a like, leave a comment if you have one. I will answer all of your questions. Right? But in the meantime, what I want you to do is click the link in the description, right? There is going to be a video that will show you the how, show you the why, show you the when, show you the where. That will show you everything you need to get started ASAP. Again, this was just a what video. So I hope you did enjoy it. I hope you learned something, and I hope you go make a fuck ton of money going into next year. And I'll catch you on the next video where I teach you how to make a fuck ton of money, right? I'll catch you on the next one.